Good evening, all. So we have come back with a new video about the Swedish economy and why the Swedish economy becomes very successful. So why we do make these videos? We do make these videos for similar reasons. One of these reasons is that we consider the importance of understanding other successful economies as part of our market exposure, and it's part of our personal development and market understanding. And Sweden by far is one of the most successful companies in the world in terms of income per capita and in terms of competitiveness and in terms of innovation. Definitely they have put their mark in the world, and a lot of people does not know many Swedish companies, and today I will just mention number of these Swedish companies and try to give you a quick brief why the Swedish economy is considered to be one of the most successful economies in the world. So Sweden by far is a highly developed industrial economy, which some of their industries come way back from the Industrial Revolution. So they had a company that was responsible for the creation of the buy branch. However, we are talking about today, and today the Swedish economy is being led by a number of companies that are considered to be some of the most successful companies in the world. The Swedish economy is known for their wireless and telecommunication companies, starting with Ericsson. So let me say 10 years ago or 15 years ago, you would see a lot of people having an Ericsson mobile phone or a Sony Ericsson mobile phone. While the mobile phone are not still being famous as before, the Ericsson has made their footprint on the telecommunication infrastructure of the world. So the telecommunication infrastructure, Ericsson has sold many telecommunication equipment for many countries, and many countries within their current telecommunication infrastructure, they use Ericsson within their equipment. Another important element is the truck manufacturing. So one of the most famous companies in Sweden and the most successful ones is Volvo. And a lot of people think that Volvo is a cars company. While there is Volvo Cars, which is a cars company, the Volvo group is highly specialized in trucks and heavy vehicle manufacturing. So they are the second largest truck exporter in the world, a fact that makes a lot of people feel stunned as how a country like Sweden, which have only around 10,000 people and managed to export more trucks than Germany, not than German, but than some German companies. Daimler still comes first, but more than the United States and more than China. So this makes Volvo a very interesting company that is still contributing significantly to the truck market across the globe. Of course, the H&M retailer is one of the most famous companies as well, IKEA. So a lot of people think that IKEA still is headquarters are still in Sweden, while IKEA was founded in Sweden. Now it's based in the Netherlands, in Holland. So IKEA is a company that founded by Swedish founders, and you can see many people across the globe who are using IKEA furniture. So IKEA has some Swedish roots in it. The Swedish did not rely on their past or in their old companies. However, the startup scene and the new company scene is very interesting. So the Skype is known to be one of the Swedish companies that was sold to Microsoft, along with recently the game called Minecraft. So Minecraft was a mobile game that was manufactured by a group that was developed by a group of young Swedes, and those young Swedes have managed to sell the company to Microsoft. The founder of the company became a billionaire with around 2.5 or 2.4 billion dollars. A company that was founded in Sweden and still considered to be one of the most successful companies in the world is Spotify. So I just would like to salute the people who are here, Muhammad Maaita, Muhammad Shafi, Safa Shadid. It's basically what I'm talking about, the Swedish economy and what makes the Swedish economy more successful than any other economies. So from the way that I look at the Swedish economy, I see an industrial economy that is based on fundamental innovations in areas of telecommunication, wireless telecommunication, in areas of hydraulic control, in areas of brake and suspension systems, and definitely in areas of vehicle technology. Also, Sweden is famous for their retail, their H&M retailer, which is based on capabilities on design. So what I see that many of the Swedish people has focused their time and focused their efforts on pursuing new ideas and pursuing new designs that can give them a distinctive advantage in the world. So, and this is apparent whether it's in the startup scene, whether it is in the game development scene, or whether it was in the number of industrial companies that belongs to Sweden, in spite of its relatively small size. Well, it's not it's not small that it does not have 5 million people, but it has around 10 billion people. Another important element to focus on is the Swedish Nordic relationship. So Sweden belongs to the Nordic countries, and in the Nordic countries, which are basically Denmark, Norway, Iceland, Finland, and Sweden, they have managed to build several relationships, which has given them, with their historical cultural roots, they have managed to give them access to bigger markets and to create a more consolidated approach to the economy. And if you look at the the Nordic countries' economy, combined in a nominal terms, it's considered to be the 11th largest economy in the world. So political stability and political relationships, a focus on innovation, a focus on design that can be seen in several companies. One company that I would like to mention where I have felt there is some level of innovation in terms of marketing is called Electrolux. And Electrolux is a home appliances company which is constantly ranked as the second largest home appliance companies in the world, directly after Whirlpool. Electrolux has marketed itself or has marketed its vacuum cleaners using "there is nothing sucks like Electrolux." So there is nothing sucks like Electrolux. I would say I just remember the slogan from reading it once. So this is a great choice of words, which makes a marketing campaign stands out from the crowd. Of course, we talked about the startup scene, we talked about the telecommunication, we talked about vehicles. The construction sector as well plays an important part in the top Swedish companies. So let me just mention, so the biggest 10 companies in Sweden are Volvo, which is a trucks company, Ericsson, a wireless and telecommunication equipment company, H&M, retailer, Vattenfall, I don't know, Skanska, I think it's a construction company, Electrolux, it's a home appliance company, and Volvo Cars, it's a cars company. SCA is a I think it's a construction company, but let me check. So SCA Sweden. No, SCA is the largest forestry company in Europe. As I mentioned earlier, they don't have much basic materials, but Svenska Cellulose Aktiebolaget SCA is a manufacturer of timber, pulp and paper. So they have the largest private they are the largest private owner of forest land in Europe, and they are producing these. They are producing pulp and paper. So that's a quick brief on Sweden, and I hope that the information was helpful. And I thank everyone who attended. Safa, Muhammad Maita, Wali Razman, Hammam, everyone. Thank you all. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you liked the information. Take care.